Good morning. Welcome to Georgia.
Your destination is on the right.
So, I am out here this morning doing some gig work in one of the towns close to my city. Give me a second and I'm going to drop off this order and I'll be right back, okay? All right, y'all. So, we just completed that order with a very kind customer. And now we're going to navigate ourselves out of these woods and back to the city. So, one of the interesting things about gig work is, and right now there's nothing, by the way, nothing close to this area that I would care to do. Actually, I'm wrong about that. We got 2 bags for Delta Airlines from the airport. And technically, I will be going by the airport on my way back. So I'm gonna try to see if I can, in fact, pick up both of these orders. So we'll see. In the meantime, this ride is it's a bit far out from town, so to speak, but it's a beautiful ride. So I am going to take you guys along with me just for the scenery, and feel free to chat with me if there's something on your mind today. I know everybody else is likely in their work day as well, but you know, sometimes you just want to go for a ride, and today I'm getting that opportunity, you know. So much like all days to ride around on your own time, so to speak, when it comes to gig work, and take only the orders you want, take restroom breaks and food breaks, and go back home when you're tired, or leave home, work different shifts or half of shifts when time presents itself. So there's definitely benefits to gig work, but there's downsides too. Any of you guys out there do any kind of gig work opportunities? Because here on this channel, we talk about a lot, okay? Not only about home ownership and its importance, which is a whole nother thing. This year has been a bit of a interesting start. Let's just say it like that. I do have some of our legacy builders and even some friends that have asked me questions about how I feel about purchasing a home this year, and whether or not that would be a good or a wise financial decision for them. And I want to advise all of you in the best manner possible. Everyone's situation is different. However, if you're one of those people who have recently had an increase in your rent, or getting a call, I gotta call you back, I'm on live. So if you've had an increase in your rent with your landlord, or you've lost your job, you know, these are two separate circumstances that may cause me to answer your question in a completely different manner, you know. So the responsible thing to do, I would say, would be to make sure that any financial decisions you make right now, with the markets being so volatile, the interest rate still not being the best, you do have a lot of homes to pick from, but you want to make sure that you're getting the best price. And with inflation, even the homes that are available sometimes are currently priced at the top of the market, which means you may not have a lot of equity in your home for you to actually second back a mortgage or refinance later. You wouldn't actually profit anything. So what happens if this home is not move-in ready and it needs some appliances or it needs some renovations? How do you ask this, so to speak, being house poor, so that this financial decision was a wise one, you know? Anyhow, with all that being said, I appreciate you guys' questions, all of you who have asked me questions regarding should I purchase a home this year? And my answer is definitely seek the professional assistance of a realtor, an accountant, someone that you trust and knows the market in your area, just assure that you have been employed at whatever job you are at with a W-2 for at least 2 years, to make sure that you're able to finance it if you would like to, with the best interest rate possible. If you're able to purchase your home flat out, sometimes that could save you thousands on the price because you hold the cards. You don't have to wait for them to send you money. And the seller is often more willing to cut you a deal because they're getting the cash up front, you know? So these are all things to consider. Anywho, ride, y'all. Have you been enjoying it? This is one of the beautiful roads here that leads you from the country back to the city. So sometimes if I'm just wanting to take a nice scenic ride, that's a route I would take. Now let's take a look and see, now that we're getting closer to the city, has that order responded for potentially sending me to the airport? And the answer is yes. So I am on my way to the airport to pick up both those bags from Delta Airlines, and we'll just continue on journey from there. I'll eventually need to also get some gas, but let's see if we can make it to the airport to pick up first. Ride with me. You know, I used to say that all the time with DoorDash life, so if y'all been here with me since then, you know what I mean, okay? Welcome to those who have just joined the live. Welcome to the Legacy Builder. We've been talking about home ownership in this economy. 2025 has been an interesting start. And so we've been discussing whether or not it's a good idea or not to purchase a beautiful home, depending on each person's financial and job situation. And then we have been also riding from one of my gig work opportunities, picked up from CVS and delivered to one of our customers here in a surrounding town. So we hit a beautiful scenic route drive back to Augusta, where now I am heading to the airport because I have 2 bags to pick up there for Delta Airlines. So that leads me to tell you guys a little bit more about the second part of the Legacy Builder. So we talk about home ownership, but we also talk about building multiple streams of income. And the reason why that's so important is because if you guys have followed me since the DoorDash Life videos, then you knew that gig work is not something that's foreign to me. I have done it for years. Through the pandemic, it was very convenient because we had an opportunity to stay a bit more safe than just a traditional workplace environment. The previous workplace environment that I was at dealt a lot with customer base. I worked for the airline industry, so I worked in aviation, and I dealt heavily with customer service. So once DoorDash Life became a reality, it allowed me to have more freedom with my schedule. It allowed me to make a decent income because a lot of people were also staying at home and making orders for their conveniences, for food, for groceries, because the pandemic made them fear going out and doing those tasks within the community also. So it was a win-win situation. However, last year, so now let's see, oh wow, now 6 months ago, y'all, it still feels like it hasn't been 6 months, but it's been 6 months since Hurricane Helene. And here in Augusta, Georgia, and really so many other places that are close to us and far away, so Tennessee and North Carolina, South Carolina, I believe even Alabama, all were heavily affected by Hurricane Helene. If you look closely during this ride, sometimes you can see trees, debris, roofs, things of that sort that have been basically destroyed by trees falling in it or wind damage, because that has been something that we have suffered through. Like right there, and look into that forest a bit, you see all this debris. So the city of Augusta has done a decent job with getting rid of the debris that we've had, because it's been a lot. I mean, there were communities that were literally cut off, like literally cut off from civilization because you could not get out of the roadway that the community or the street was on. Huge boulders of trees littered the road at every angle of neighborhoods. We were even closed in. Power lines were down, as you can imagine, for weeks to months, really. People went without electricity, some went without water. So it was an interesting experience. I'm trying not to go too close to this train track because there is a train that's coming, and hopefully this light changes prior to the train coming. Okay, it does. Hopefully this person sees the light so they go ahead across. Alright, I had to bump, unfortunately, because there's a train coming and I was on the track. So alright, so here we are at the airport here in beautiful Augusta, Georgia. At this airport, we do have both private planes and commercial flights. So it's both. I'm gonna try to park right here and run in and get the bag. Looks like they're cleaning the airport this morning. Get the bags, because there's two. and then come back out. So I'm gonna take y'all along with me so you see how this process works, okay? And hopefully these 2 bags aren't completely heavy, but we'll see. Generally speaking, back to service office, because if they have it there, I'll have to go a whole nother section. Let's see. Sorry. So they do have a flight. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They got a lot of staff priorities. So what I'm gonna do is let me maybe make a trip to the BSO, which is the baggage service office, and see maybe if I could track someone down there that may have the bag, hopefully. Because waiting in line there for them to take care of all the customers may take a while. Now, I'll tell you this, generally speaking, when they do have a plane that's being loaded, they will have all of their staff working at the ticket counter and no one working at the baggage office. So this is a real gamble if someone may be here at the arrival section. But we'll see. All right. Looks like no one's in that office. So let's just double check the door. So that means hopefully when I go back, they're either going to send somebody for me and we'll walk back down here together, or they may have the bags behind the counter. Welcome to Augusta. So if you guys are just tuning in, just to let you know what's going on here at the Legacy Builder, is this morning we're doing some gig work. We're about to pick up 2 Delta bags and deliver to 2 customers. But first, we gotta get the bags. And they're in the process of preparing to load a flight. And of course, the customers who are flying take priority. Completely understand. And there's a lot of Sky Priority this morning, so we're walking back down, seeing if we could get someone's attention and if the bags may be behind the ticket counter. What's going on with y'all this morning? Let's see. Are they working? Hey, y'all work for Delta? No? Okay. So they don't work for Delta, so we're going to have to wait. We're back. We're back.
I'll be happy to see you. Once you start to enjoy it, that's one of
So we're going to be picking up 2 orders this morning. All right, y'all, we still just waiting in line. See if we can get these 2 bags. Hey, how you doing? I got 2 bags picked up for Rhodey. Yes. Okay, thank you, thank you.
What's names on them?
Let's see.
I got Driggers and
Driggers
Yeah,
and
Driggers.
Phrasen.
Yep, both of them right. I got
All right,
Driggers
thank you
there
so
and
much.
Phrasen.
Okay, appreciate it. All right, so we're just gonna take a picture of the 2 bags to confirm. And confirm. Pickup complete. Alright. I gotta put you away while I do this though. That I can't show you me walking out the airport with the 2 bags. But these are 2 huge bags and it's requiring me to hold both of them in my hands while I roll them. So I'll get back with you when I get in the car. everybody pack like I used to pack, or they went on a real long trip, y'all. Either way, lifting that bag up. Lifting that bag up, y'all. It's the breath out of me, okay? Alright, so we got one more bag to load. And this is a real cute bag, actually. Look at this. And we're gonna load this in the car. I like to load the bag so that the handle is easily accessible, so that when I go to retrieve the customer's bag, it's really easy. So give me a second. I'm gonna get this bag in the car and then I'll be right back with you. Thank y'all for your patience. The Legacy Builder. Hopefully you can hear me. Interestingly enough, today they actually have some contractors out here. Hopefully y'all can hear me. So we just loaded both of the bags into the car, and I am about to navigate to our customer's home. So I'm setting my GPS up, or my phone's navigation, I should say. But interesting enough, I'm looking at a contractor pressure wash today here at the airport. So that leads to the other portion of what we discussed on our channel, which is contracting. So lawn care and contracting. So shall we discuss that? You know, let's see, making sure you can still see me, y'all. All right, something's going on with the camera, so bear with me while I turn it around. All right, there we go. I'm getting a call. Unfortunately, I can't take it at the time. I'll call y'all back. Let me show you as we drive away from the airport. So this is an immediate unloading and loading area for the Augusta airport. It looks like a plane just arrived because the customer is there. Hey, how you doing? Walking away from the airplane with his baggage. And then also obviously we just seen that there are people in line getting ready for a flight later today. Now, thankfully, this airport is really efficient when it comes to flying out of the airport. The other option for us would be Atlanta, Georgia, which is about 2 hours away. But as you can see, this is a pretty decent airport. It's small, but it's decent. So it's almost like a medium-sized airport option, allowing you to catch a commercial flight and get decent products and services in the process. So anything that a small airport wouldn't have, you have here. So you have the overnight parking, you have the shuttles, you have hotels and funds and food options. Inside of the airport, you have souvenirs, etc., etc., just to make your visiting Augusta, Georgia experience a nice one. All right, so we're gonna head to now another neighboring town of Augusta, Georgia. So Augusta, Georgia is kind of built up of what we call the CSRA, which means technically the central area and the surrounding areas for Augusta. So we previously were in McBean, Georgia, where we got the beautiful, nice scenic ride. And now we're going to be heading towards Blythe, Georgia. And then I believe the last drop off for Delta Airlines for us will be Grovetown, Georgia. So we're going to be a little bit all over the place, okay? But, you know, I'm glad that you're along for the ride. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Ooh, hold on. I think for whatever reason, y'all might be upside down. So give me a minute. Let me see if I can fix this. All right. So if you're upside down, let's see. Orientation. Rotate device back. So, okay, that's not correct, right, y'all? Let me know. Give me some feedback. This is not correct. Is this correct? Rotate device back. Okay, so I think we were right this way. I think we were right this way. Sometimes when you get out the car and you fail to take notice of how the camera was set up before getting out the car, then when you get back in, by default, you don't know which way to go. All right, speaking about not knowing which way to go, my navigation isn't talking to me, so let me double check what's going on. Okay, there we go. It's telling me that I'm still along the right way, y'all. I'm 17 miles and 22, can you see that? 22 minutes from my destination. So I'm definitely gonna need some gas. But right now we're just going along on the journey. I think this truck is trying to get over, so let's give it some room. So welcome to South Augusta, Georgia. That's where the airport is located, here in Augusta, Georgia. It's a nice central location because, as I was mentioning, it was close enough to McBean, Hephzibah, Grovetown, Blythe, Thompson, Waynesboro, North Augusta, Aiken, Graniteville. There's a lot of different towns around here, y'all. And those are some of the ones that it all services, that airport. Let's see what road we're gonna go on. Looks like we're gonna go on Peach Orchard Road, and going into Hephzibah, and then into Blythe. So in order to not take a lot of country route, I'm gonna go all the way down to Windsor Spring Road, and then
in a quarter mile, turn left onto US 25 South Peach Orchard.
Hey y'all. Yeah, I appreciate the likes. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I just seen it. Being at the airport with those heavy bags, I was able to get the bags in the car,
left onto US
but
25
I missed
South
your
Peach
message.
Orchard Road.
So sorry about that. Thank you so much for the watch time. I appreciate you being a new subscriber.
Continue on US
Welcome
25
to
South
the
for 4 miles.
family. Here at the
In
Legacy
600
Builder,
feet,
we
make a
are
U-turn.
excited about
Make a
all the
U-turn.
things that are in store for us this year. I know it's been a bit of a rough start for some people this year, but it's gonna get better, y'all. Be encouraged.
U-turn.
Hey David, what's going on? Appreciate you.
Make a U-turn.
All right, so my navigation keeps telling me to make a U-turn, y'all, but I know this area,
Make a U-turn.
so it's going to reroute itself in just a minute. Until then, ride with me. Taking you for a ride. If you've never been to Georgia, you see how it looks right here at the beginning of almost springtime. Some of the trees that did not fall with Hurricane Helene are starting to bloom. And I'm excited about planting the garden. I've already started some of my seeds. And I'm not going to till the garden this year, but I'm going to definitely fertilize it and break up the soil around the areas that I'm going to plant. So we're going to do that, and we're looking forward to sharing our fruits and vegetables again with the Augusta, Georgia community. Last year we started vendoring and making that an additional source of income. So talking about those multiple streams of income, we have now monetized our garden. So I guess in that regards, we're a bit of an urban farm. We are registered as a homestead here in Augusta, Georgia as well. So I'm so excited about all the fun events we're gonna have this spring and summer, and really even fall, spring, summer, and fall, selling our veggies. All right. Got on our charming signal. Now, because I went to the airport and I hadn't had the opportunity to, I like to at least sanitize my hands. Those bags, of course, are traveling from all over the United States and maybe even all over the world. Of course, everyone is touching the handles of the bags. And the airport, you know, includes all kind of bacteria and even disease. So we're just wanting to make sure if hand sanitizer can work, that we're trying to let it work. It's antibacterial. If you guys have experienced this year in your area, it seems like COVID is still out and about, revamping back up. Maybe it's just because it's kind of like winter flu season, but I've been noticing a lot of people in this area getting sick again. So do what you can. Do what you can, you know. Alrighty, we are waiting at the light, and when we can, we will ride on. There we go. That person is in a hurry. It must be brunch time. Yep, it is 11:03. You know what? Let's see. Should I get gas now? Or let's see how many miles I have. 4.6 miles before the next location. They have a few gas stations over here in this area. Some smaller mom and pop shops. So I'm debating where to get gas from, but I think I'm gonna continue on unless there's no one at these gas stations, so we'll see. Gas, and then I'm getting all kind of texts and calls. I apologize, y'all. I also do property management with our company Legacy Res, and so I'm tending to certain business with the tenants as well. So the day is kind of an adventure. Okay, we're doing a little bit of everything during the day. So you do a little gig work, you do a little contracting on days, you do a little property management on other days, because you have to make sure that all is well with your tenants. If there's any problems with any items that you need to cover as a landlord, that you want to make sure that you make all of your tenants as happy as possible, because that is a confirmation for one, being what we would consider a good business owner, but two, also having your tenants happy secures your properties, and making sure that your asset stays livable and at the highest possible monetized level. So I'm gonna pump some gas. Y'all gonna see me. And then we're gonna get in the car and deliver these bags. It's so windy, the door closed, y'all, and it's cold. So if you can see, my hair is blowing because it's windy. So don't let the almost spring fool you. We're still having a few of those windy days, okay? Just gonna do a little gas, so not much, and I'll be right back to talk to y'all. All right, I'm back. What's going on, y'all? I see you. Welcome. Woo! I'm trying to get myself together because it was a little chilly outside. We are delivering 2 bags to 2 customers. One here in Blythe, which is 13 minutes away and 9.3 miles. So we're gonna turn up that navigation so that I can get to that location as quick as possible, because I'm not really that familiar with Blythe. So the beauty of one phone navigation is fantastic.
Turn right, then turn left.
Y'all remember those days when you had to print out MapQuest before you leave the house? And if you made a wrong turn, your directions, so that paper was now completely useless. Y'all remember that?
Continue
Or
for
even
1 mile.
further back, you know, you had at every gas station paper maps. Like, I remember my father teaching me how to read a paper map pretty much as soon as I was able to drive by myself. So like 15 or 16, and teaching me, you know, the importance of north, east, and southwest on your maps, and you know, how the highways and the roads and the streets and the interstates run, so that I'll never get completely lost and be able to read a map. It's really a good tool to have. And I guess it's kind of a bit like a lost art now, because how many people actually read maps? I mean, we don't even have to read with the navigational system. It speaks to us. And if we were to get lost, for example, because we don't have a signal, could you really navigate yourself somewhere? I don't know. Lost art.
In a 1/4 mile, turn left onto Keysville Road.
All right, so welcome back to the country, y'all. I appreciate y'all going with me on this scenic route today. This is actually a refreshing ride today, because we don't always get a scenic route. Sometimes it's just within the city. Bear with me, y'all, because I want to make sure, talking about being lost, that I did not turn the wrong way, because my map closed down. How ironic. I just talked about getting lost and not being able to find your way, and then my entire phone map closed down. Good news though. Ta-da! I am still on the right route. We're 9 minutes and 7.6 miles away. Hilarious. Hey y'all, welcome to the Legacy Builder, those who have recently logged on. We appreciate you joining in today. Today has been a gig work day, so we've been talking a little bit about everything. We've been talking about home ownership. We've been talking about gig work. We picked up 2 bags at the airport in Augusta, Georgia, and we're on our way to deliver those bags now. And we also ran into somebody out there with a contract, pressure washing the airport while we were there. So we started talking about contracting. So we have been, ooh, look at that pretty bird. we've been talking about the Hurricane Helene and how it had its effects on us here in this area. I mean, it's been a little bit about everything. And right now, I guess I'm just gonna allow you to look at the scenery and enjoy it in some silence. We're on our way to our customer's house. Oh, that's a nice big house. 3-car garage. If you could build your house, your own house, how would you build it? What amenities would you like? How would you like it to look? Brick, stucco, cement, bamboo, siding, you know. An interesting concept to think about. You could have anything you want. No limits. What would you build? Y'all, so we're 6 minutes and 4.7 miles away. Hope you're enjoying this nice country ride. We're out here a bit, right, y'all? But believe it or not, though it feels like it's a world away, it's not really that far from civilization. It just gives you the beautiful comforts of a country oasis, away from the modern conveniences. I'm looking at cows and everything, y'all. I went by it so quick. I'm gonna have to show you on the return. So they have livestock out here, and they're able just to enjoy the beauty of nature. I'm sure they have less stress. All right, so we're 4 minutes and 3 miles away. I'll tell you what, though, I'm glad I got some gas before coming out here. Haven't seen another gas station, have you? right, so I'm coming up now onto Blythe Road. So we're apparently in Blythe, Georgia. Welcome to Blythe.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Blythe Road.
Unfortunately,
Take the next right onto Blythe Road.
some of these homes have damage from Hurricane Helene also. So I'm seeing some tarps draped across people's homes.
Continue on Blythe Road for 1.5 miles.
It was something that really hit us pretty hard, y'all. But thankfully, most of us have been able to kind of start piecing things back together, you know. But quite honestly, it's only been you know, 6 months, and I know that sounds like a bit, but 6 months goes by pretty quickly. So it really hasn't been that long. Just for privacy reasons, I am turning the camera around. And we're gonna need to get the bag out. I'm not quite sure which one at this moment is their bag, because we got 2 bags, 2 different locations, but we'll figure that out when we get there. And how we'll figure that out, by the way, is there is a file reference number and a tag number on each person's bag. Now, I only know this because I worked in aviation. And so I'll just confirm based on what is on the handle of the bag, the tag number, and then I'll be required to take a picture of the customer's bag, to place the bag in whatever location they've advised me that they want their bag in. And let's see, let's check. This is actually a really beautiful area, y'all. I'm riding down a 1-lane each way kind of highway, and let's see. Somebody was behind me pretty closely. They know where they're going, but I believe this is where I'm going. I hope. Let's see. Yeah, this is where. They're off the road a bit, so I had to wait for navigation to actually pick up on my exact location. Now, in this case, this customer wants me to leave it at the front door, so we're gonna honor their request. Oh, looks like they're coming outside, so give me a second. And I'm not gonna turn the camera around just because they have came outside, but I'll be right back. All right, y'all, let's see. Hey, good morning, Mr. Francis. How you doing? Good, good. I am one of yours, if it's the one in my trunk or my back seat. Looks like you're the one in my back seat. Yeah,
that'll be all.
Okay.
You need to see.
It's so gorgeous out here. I can only imagine that you have a lot of people.
We're gonna try. We just signed the papers February 13th, so it looks like a storage shed inside there.
Really? Okay, I get it.
Here's how we get on top.
Absolutely. No problem. Y'all take care. All right. So another nice and happy client this morning. Oops, I forgot to take a picture of the bag. So got it, hand it to recipient, and then take a picture. Alrighty. So now what I'm preparing to do is complete the delivery. So on the app, I just simply hit complete delivery, delivery complete, oops. And now we're going to navigate to the next person's home. Hopefully you did not see that. All right. Now it's showing that they're, like I said, in Grovetown, which y'all is a real long way away from here. So 39 minutes and 27 miles. And it's taking me, let's see, it's taking me a different way. It's going to navigate me back to Deansbridge Road. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Even though it's taking me a different way than I am used to going, it knows better than I do that this would be the quickest way. I just hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel, because I didn't place that much gas in our vehicle, and I haven't seen a gas station. So anywho, let's take a ride again through the country. We're in Blythe, Georgia, enjoying the scenery. Because we're not going in the same direction that we originally came, I can't guarantee you're going to see any livestock, because I was going to show you that, but I'm pretty sure they got something real good around here that I can show you. Our previous customer there, he even had dogs. He said he just arrived, so he hasn't been in the area that long. Just moving into his home. But I do like that, you know, literally they now have an estate. It's a beautiful home. Country oasis feel for certain. And now that we're going to Grovetown, you'll get an idea of kind of some of the real estate we have available in the Augusta surrounding areas, because technically you can have a little bit of everything here. Anything from a country oasis feel to a waterfront home to a very urban setting. Like we even have different container homes that are built in old factories, like manufacturers. So you have an option to do that. You have downtown homes that are original businesses from the height of the downtown Augusta era, where they have refurbished the interiors of these buildings, but the exteriors remain historic. So they have beautiful lofts in that area where you have original fireplaces in every room. Some have central heating and air, and some have units. So, you know, you have a little bit of everything when it comes to the real estate market available in Augusta. And it's a really great place to live because you have other areas that are surrounding you that you can explore easily. I.e., we went the country route getting there, and look, I'm pleasantly surprised. There's a town. And if I needed something, then that wasn't a large amount of time for me to get to this drive. Oh, do you see the cattle? Hopefully you've seen that. So we have cattle off to the left of the screen. Did you see what colors they are? Oh, we have sheeps off to the right. Okay, so we got some livestock out here. We're still in Blythe, Georgia, y'all. Currently, we're 35 minutes and 24 miles away from our customer.
Quarter mile, turn left onto State Route 83.
Right.
Take the next left onto State Route 83. Then
Oh,
turn
there's
right onto
also
Deans Bridge
Wren's
Road.
that surrounds this area. I forgot to mention Wren's. There's a nice little country store. I've never actually been here. Max Liquor Store as well.
Take the next right onto Deans Bridge Road, Fall Line Freeway.
The weekend is around the
Continue
corner.
on Deans Bridge Road for 4 miles.
What are you guys doing this weekend? Any celebrations? Any birthdays? Anniversaries? Happy birthday. Happy anniversary. Alright, y'all. So we're on this main street currently now. We're heading to Grovetown, Georgia. We're 34 minutes and 23 miles away. Looks like we're driving through the country today. So this route will obviously be more urban. I'm not quite sure where we're going to be in Grovetown. And Grovetown has an eclectic mixture of both country and urban homes, depending on the neighborhoods. So we'll see. We'll see when we get closer to it. But until then, just enjoy the ride. livestock.
In half a mile, continue straight to stay on Dunsbridge Road and Fall Line Freeway. Continue straight to stay on Dunsbridge Road and Fall Line Freeway.
All right, it says continue straight. Oh, excuse me. I believe the pollen count in the area has went up a bit. I think all of that getting in and out of the car, some of that pollen may have gotten in my sinuses. This is our landfill here in the Augusta area. It's the only one that I know of, and we use it quite often anytime we're doing any contracting jobs, like clearing properties or maybe replacing appliances. And so the appliance that we take out of the person's home or business now needs to be disposed of. Well, this is a good location to come and properly dispose of the item. You can't just leave it at your curb. So really friendly people, and believe it or not, to say it's a landfill, a really nice, clean area. So they do a great job at that location. Oh, it's such a beautiful day to take a nice ride. Are you guys enjoying it? Give me a like. Give me a like. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you. We're looking to continue to grow throughout the year, but